Hey everybody, how's it going today? Another Wise Gamer video here. I know it's been a while, about a month or so since I shot my last video or posted my last video. Been kind of busy, but now I feel like shooting another video. So today we're going to be discussing how to use your cheat codes for PlayStation 2 Emulator, Ps2. Okay, now I figured I'd shoot a video on this because I just learned about this yesterday myself. I want to share the information with you guys because there's a lot of great videos and resources out there, but I noticed that some of their versions is different than the one I just got. Now, seeing I just got mine yesterday, I'm not sure if I have the newest one. It could be an older one, I don't know, but it worked for my game, so that's the main thing. Okay, so I wanted to put out a video covering the versions that I'm using, just so everybody's so if anybody else has this version, bingo, you got it. But they do work kind of similar. So, like I said, I figured it out on my own. But anyways, the main thing you want to do next is, and another thing is, I also want to add this before we go on, is I'm not going to have any direct links for you guys. I'm sorry, because I did so much surfing looking for the programs to use for this. I don't really remember quite where I got it. Where I actually got the download from. But it did stem from what my download resources said. It did stem from the actual PCSX2 website, I think. Okay, and it was in a forum similar to this one, if I remember the looks of it. And the guy just had two links posted here, and it worked. Okay, any other links that I followed from YouTube videos that I watched and things like that, they took me to those like download sites like Vivid and stuff, and I don't like using those sites because they're a pain in the butt to get programs. You got to register, you gotta do surveys sometimes, and they're downloading other crap that you don't really want. You just want the program, and that's it. So that's what I got. I got just the straight program. I ran a virus scan. They showed up clean. They worked for my game. Good to go. Okay, so you're probably going to have to search around a little bit, but you could stop by going to this website right here. Okay, if you want to do that. Now, once you get the programs, this is what they are. Let me just show them to you. It's going to come in two RAR files. Okay, I unzipped mine with 7-zip, but it's a RAR file, so you should be able to use XRAR and all that stuff too. And it's going to spit out an individual folder for each one. Okay, and I just dragged one folder inside of one, so I only got one folder here. Okay, and once you get that, you're going to one of these you got to install. I don't remember which one, but it's a real fast, easy install. I think it was the converter one right here at the bottom, the one that I'm highlighting. And then one of it's just a standalone. You just click on it, and it's going to open it up. Okay, once you install them, open them up, and all that good stuff, we're going to close out of here because I got mine open right down here. We're going to pull both of them up. Okay, now the one on the right, the Omni Convert, the version 103, is the most common one. This one you will see in mostly all the videos and any kind of Google results that you get. This is, I think, the only version maybe. But for this one on the left, the actual cheat converter, this is the one where mine is totally different than any video I've watched. They all had the same but they didn't have this one. The difference was that I saw on theirs was I got to click on each individual thing like convert, save, to get different applications to show. Theirs is just one screen, I think. But that's what it looks like. Okay, and things like that. So you just, you got these different bullets that you just got to click on to actually get these things to work. And the only ones I use is convert and save. I haven't used modify yet. Okay. So the next thing you want to do, once you got these installed, once you got them open and all that good stuff, is the next best thing to do is to, let's see, we're going to open up the actual emulator itself. Okay, right up here. We're going to open that up. Okay. And see the program log on the right? It's got all this information and stuff like that. Right? You're just going to find your game, whichever game you wanna play. Okay. And then once you load up your game, you're going to click on System, and you're going to just boot up that game. I'm going to use Fast. And as soon as that opens, hit your Escape key and let it close. Now, if you notice, it just made this list on the right a lot larger. Put more information in there for you. Okay? Basically, what you want to do is you want to scroll down. You want to find this blue, you can't miss it, this blue text called ELF. And if you look over here, you're going to see Game CRC with a code here next to it. And what you want to do is highlight this code. And you want to get the whole code, but the 0 and the X. You don't want to put that in there. Okay? And then just hit copy. Whoop. Let me hit Control C, just to be on the safe side. Okay? Now we could close out of our emulator once we get that copied. Now we're going to bring up the two programs. Actually, we just need this one right now. But actually, I'm sorry. It's the cheater one on the left, the converter on the left, that you got to put that number that we just got. So for this version that I'm using, I got to click on Save, and you're going to see right here CRC. And then mine's already in there, but you would normally just on this program, they don't give you, well, down here they do. You could just hit paste, or you could hit Control V to put that in there. Once that's in there, we're just going to minimize it again, because we're not going to need that one for a while now. Okay, now we're going to be working with this program right here. Okay, now the main thing you want to do with this program right here is go to Input. Okay, and you want to pick the cheat codes that you're using, that you surfed for, whether it's Game Shock, Code Breaker, Action Replay, or whatnot. I'm playing Grandia 3 right now that I'm using this code for, and Grandia 3 has 2 discs, and they got it set up where with the emulator you can't use you can't use any kind of cheat codes on the second disc. Normally, you could only input them on the first disc, and then if you could carry it over, then you could use it on the second disc. Now there might be tricks using these programs to get around that, but to make it easier for me, I just went with Code Breaker. I got Code Breaker codes. Code Breaker codes work on both discs. It doesn't matter. Okay? So for that particular game, I went with the Code Breaker. And I went with version 1. So you just want to pick whichever version you think you're using with the emulator. They're built into the emulator, or they should be. Okay? The emulator should be able to take Game Shock codes, Code Breaker codes, Action Replay codes. Okay? Then there's this one at the bottom I never heard of, Exploiter or something like that. Okay? So anyways, you want to pick for your input the correct code application for those codes in the game. Okay? For output, you just want to, for any kind of codes or anything like that, it doesn't matter. For output, you could use just uncrypted and standard, and it's going to work. It should work. No matter if it's Game Shock, no matter if it's Code Breaker, you just do it this way. Okay, and you're good to go. Okay, once you've got that set up, that's the biggest setup right there. That's it. Okay? You pretty much now want to go and get your codes. Okay? So we're going to go, and I'm going to go down to where I have my codes already saved. And once we're at wherever you want to get your codes from, and again, I'm using the Code Breaker. It's right up here. Okay. Just for the sake of the video, we're just going to copy this. We're going to put it in here. Just paste it. Now, if you can't paste it with your mouse, Again, the commands for that is Control C to copy, Control V to paste, if you want to use your keyboard. Okay? Hit Enter, get underneath it. Now we're going to go back and get the numbers. Copy that, open that back up. I'm going to paste that right in. Now what we're just going to do just for now is just click on any other code just to show you how it works with more than just one code. And we're just going to copy that, or you could just type it in if you want. Put a space in between them so it doesn't pick it up as one big code, because then it's going to just mess up your whole thing. Okay, paste that in there. I'm going to go back, get the code. Put it underneath it. And just to make it even look where it covers more angles for the video, we'll get one more. This time we're going to type it in. Max. Is that MP? Yeah, MP. Okay, we're going to go back. Get the code. Copy that. And then we're just going to put it in like that. Okay? Once you get all your codes, this thing holds a lot. You're going to see the button down here, Convert. Okay? And also you want to put your game name in here too. The game ID was I didn't do anything to that. That was automatically there. Okay? Just going to hit Convert. And now you're going to see that the numbers from the left to the right changed. It's because that did it all for you. It converted the codes into a playable format for your emulator. Okay? Once you got all your codes converted over, you're going to copy and paste everything on the right. Going to close that now. Now we're going to open up our other program. Okay? You already put in your CRC code by now. Okay? And now we're going to go to, we'll put in the game name. Game ID I don't use. We're going to hit Convert on this version. Okay? We're going to put this in. Now, on this one you don't have the option. If you right click on this with your mouse, you don't have any options like copy and paste. So with this window you have to use the keyboard. So you use Control V here to paste it. Okay, and it's going to paste it just like it was in this program. Okay. But now, if I go to convert this, we're going to get an error. Okay. The other version that people are using in their videos and stuff like that, the version that I do not have, you could leave it just like this, and they don't get this warning, I don't think. Maybe they do, but I didn't notice it. Maybe they cut it out or something. But anyways, for about a half hour, I was like, man, why is it doing this? You know, they're all 8, but there, you know, I forgot that I left the titles in there. So all you got to do is just not copy over those, or just backspace them out if you do. Okay, just like that. I don't know why it's been doing that. Okay. And then once you do that, now if we hit convert, it should work. And it's going to put the parameters to make it work with your emulator to the right side now. Okay. Once you do that, for this version right here, we're going to highlight save again. And it's a weird name. It's called a Ps2 or something like that is what the file is called for these saves, for these codes. It's called a Ps2 file. Okay? And it's going to say save Ps2. And it's going to be saved defaulted under your CRC name. Okay? So once you do all this, we're just going to hit that. I'm going to just save it to my desktop right now. Save complete. Once you do that, that means you did everything right. Okay? You're going to hit OK. Now, if you're all done putting codes in, you're pretty much done with these two programs. You could close them out, minimize them, or whatever. Okay? I'm I'm going to get out of here now because we don't need this anymore. We don't need this anymore. Don't save. And let's see here. Now we're good. Now there's our file right there. Okay, there's the file that we need. Okay. Now we are gonna, just so we could see it better, I'm gonna open that back up. And actually, screw that. All right, there's our file right there. Okay, so now what you want to do, once you get this file, is you want to go to your emulator again. For me, I right-click on it. I go to Properties. I go to Open Up File Location. It's going to open up my main folder for the emulator. You're going to see the cheat folder right up here. Okay, we're going to close this out. All right, and actually what I'm going to do is just drag this back over here. Or you could copy it if you want. Now where the heck is it? Here it is. Okay. Now we're going to get this, and you're going to see I'm not going to put mine in there because I already got mine. Mine's actually got different codes on it than what I just did with this, so I want to use mine that's in there. I don't want to screw up my game. So you would just normally get this and just drag it in there or something. Okay? And that's where you store the code, so it works with the game. Okay? Once you do that, you're pretty much all set with that. We're just going to close out of here now. Okay, now I could delete this because I don't need to use that one. Okay. The next step now is to fire up your emulator and see if it all works. Okay, so now we're going to go select the game that you want to select, which you probably already did. Okay. And down here, okay, at first I'm like, oh, my codes ain't working. I don't remember anybody really covering this part in the videos. Maybe they did. You got to make sure that enable codes down here is on for it to work, or else it's not going to work. Okay, so make sure that you check that on. Okay, then you go back up here, and we're going to boot it up. Now we get to play a game. Sorry, lighting a cigarette. Don't smoke, guys. Alright. Just wait for this to go here. Get my controller. Let's see if we got these codes to work. If they don't work, I'm going to look like an ass. This is a great game, by the way. I'm going to make a video on it. I mean, I know it's been around for 100 years, but okay, we're gonna use this save up here because I don't want to save it. I don't want to make a save with my codes. I only want to use the codes for this one guy I'm fighting because he's really pissing me off. And I just want to kick his butt because, like I said, I skipped some magic I could have gotten earlier in the game, and I didn't know I could get it. I read about it later, and it's too late for me to go back and get it. So I figured I'll use a cheat code and get him that way for now. But then I want to make it where after I fight this guy, I'm back to normal again. I'm not like, super elite, Now, you're probably not going to be able to tell, but if we go to status check, and I go down to say Ulf here, okay, we're going to see his attack, his magic, his defense, and his resistance or whatever it is, resilience or whatever. Resilience is World of Warcraft. But anyways, yeah, we're going to see that his stats look normal. They don't look at it like anything that's really crazy. But now let's see if the codes work, because now if I go to status check, the main guy, his should be really high. See, they're all 9999999. I really want to kick this guy's ass. So, because he really, really aggravated me last night. And I think I did it for Alfina too, because she's our main healer. And I want to make sure she doesn't run out of magic. So... And then I didn't have that much magic, but now if I go to set up my magic, you're going to see my magic list now is huge. And it's because of the code I put in for it. See, I only had about 15 magic spells before I used the code. Now I got all these big ones. You know, I got 5 pages now of magic, and I don't even have all of them. The code didn't give me all of them. The real strong ones are still out of the game. Maybe I can't get them yet, or something. I don't know, or they didn't have them all in the code. You know. So we could see that it's definitely working, that the cheat device is definitely working, because like I said, you know, his stats would not be that high when the other, you know, and hers, when the other two are just normal. Okay? And that's pretty much it. That's how you use this thing. Pretty cool, huh? Guys want to post down below questions, comments. Again, sorry for not having any links for the direct downloads, but you should be able to find them, no problem. Wish you guys a lot of luck, happy gaming, and we'll see you soon. This is Wise Gamer. Take care. Bye-bye.